Hello everyone and welcome back. This is the Casting Hydra listeners. We come to you guys with another absolutely amazing game. First, to introduce our player spawning in the north is going to be the blue Protoss of iNkA. iNkA showing some great results in 2010, won a couple of tournaments here and there, was a very strong looking player, fell off quite a bit towards the end of 2010, moving into 2011, was recently a part of Lazarus Gaming before they broke up. So, you know, he's had some mixed results since his joining with Lazarus, but hopefully some good things for him coming up in the future. And in case you guys didn't see the chat, spawning to the south, love him or hate him, former GSL member and recent IPL winner is going to be none other than EGIdrA. EGIdrA, of course, showing awesome results lately. His play has changed quite a bit since the beta, where he was known as an extremely heavy macro player. Now showing a lot of different variety in his styles and has been an absolute beast in the tournament scene as of late, showing very strong results at MLG and winning IPL. Also looks very strong in the NASL. This is going to be on the map iCup Testbug. Testbug, renowned for being a somewhat balanced map. Some people might think it might be a little, you know, this way or that way as far as favor goes, but pretty good. So we do have EGIdrA and iNkA talking a little bit, but we're going to talk a little bit about iCup Testbug as we move out into the natural here. We do have EGIdrA moving forward. It does look like he is going to try and hatch first. And does indeed go hatch first. iNkA with his first gateway on the way, as well as assimilator. But on the map iCup Testbug, as we do go to natural and move forward a little bit here, we do see that you do have a Naga watchtower right outside of your base, but it is blocked by some destructible debris. So to get vision right outside of your base, or conversely your opponent's base, you do have to remove those rocks and or debris from the map to get control of that tower. There is a central tower though that does not have any kind of debris or anything at it, so you can quite easily take that to get some vision. And then there is also over here on the sides in 3 center locations some gold bases. There are some destructible rocks in the way, but they don't prevent you from putting down the base right away, so you can't get the base started and then clear those rocks. Do have EGIdrA moving forward now. Is going to be scouting out what iNkA is up to, getting a very good vision of what iNkA is doing at this point in the game. iNkA now moving forward, saving up a lot of minerals. Might actually be planning on going Nexus first. We do have iNkA has actually scouted the fact that EGIdrA went hatchery first. Is just now about to have his pool complete. First geyser on the way. That probe was backing up a moment ago, but now heading back towards the base of EGIdrA. Probably wants to double check what EGIdrA is up to. First queen on the way, couple lings on the way, more drones on the way for EGIdrA. So EGIdrA extremely economically focused in these early stages of the game. Do indeed have iNkA going Nexus first. That Nexus is on the way. So one gate into Nexus. Going to be getting up that cybernetics core now that he does have that Nexus on the way. Nothing but workers in production for iNkA at this point in time. Does have one zealot out trying to get rid of the scouting drone of EGIdrA. Is going to be chasing that for quite a while. As long as EGIdrA keeps up with that drone, iNkA should actually not be able to get it with the zealot. Second geyser on the way for iNkA as well. Back in the base of EGIdrA, we do have the metabolic boost upgrade on the way. Always important to get those speedlings up before Protoss could be trying to do any kind of 4 gates or anything like that. Don't necessarily have to get it up early. I mean, Spanishiwa is a perfect example of that. But hold the folks, people. We do have a baneling nest going down rather early and a second geyser. A couple more lings getting produced. So we do have EGIdrA going ling baneling in the early game here. Question is he going to go for some kind of a baneling bust, or is this just some kind of a defensive play? Maybe he wants to show iNkA this. We do look at the income tab. We do have EGIdrA with a slight lead at 25 to 23 harvesters of iNkA. iNkA's second Nexus has come online. Does have a forge now, along with his first cannon on the way. Still just running off of 1 Nexus at the time. Cybernetic core has finished up though. And actually, EGIdrA cutting drone production now, building 12 lings, so it does look like he might be actually going for a baneling bust. Right now, iNkA has no idea this is on the way. A couple of scouting leads getting picked off there by the cannon. 2 more gateways now going down for iNkA. If we do look at iNkA's vision, though, he has no idea that baneling nest and second gas is up. EGIdrA now moving forward with a bunch of lings. Is going to be immediately morphing those into banelings. 8 banelings on the way being morphed. 2 more, 3 more, 4 more. It's going to be going right off the bat with a ton of banelings. 12 banelings on the way. That is a lot of banes. A lot of more zerglings up here at the front of the base. of iNkA, even scouting forward with a couple of links now, getting those picked off by the initial couple of sentries and zealots. Scouting Pro moving out to try and see what he can, but all he's going to see is a couple of lings. idra hiding those banelings very well, but here comes the banelings now. Banelings moving in. What will idra and iNkA do here? Will iNkA be able to hold this? Will idra be able to bust him? Great force field, but iNkA's going to stop idra momentarily, but idra does push in, does do a lot of damage, knocks out one of the gateways that were forming. The second gateway does survive, however. Good force fields by iNkA. He does not have that block. First force field ends, and iNkA's actually going to miss the opportunity to force field right there. And a bunch of lings are going to get into iNkA's base, pulling down one of the sentries now, going after the zealot. Zealot's actually doing very well holding this. Good force fields by iNkA, but here comes more lings and banelings into the base of iNkA. That force field's not going to block these from getting in. Forces iNkA to pull off his probes. Does get them out in time, though, to not lose any probes. Cannon is able to poke at these. Not quite enough lings or banelings to actually break iNkA at this point in time. Those sentries do just barely not have enough energy for force field. One of them has a force field, so he can't plant one force field. Is going to plant that force field down, but the banelings are going around the other side of the geyser. This is going to force iNkA to pull back all of his probes. Bunch of lings running in now. They're going to trap this Stalker. Stalker is going to easily be taken out. Going to be harassing some of these probes now. Going to take out one probe. Do have iNkA moving back forward. He does have these sentries here. Will he be able to get down a force field, though? Throwing down two zealots instead is going to block with the sentries and the zealots. Oh my god, so much damage here being done by idra. If we do look at the income tab, idra with 10 drones on the way is going to be catching up to iNkA. 36 harvesters. So it's actually working out very well for idra. If we look back in the base of idra, we do now even have an evolution chamber on the way. His other two gases are on the way as well. Even has his hive started. Has not taken a third quite yet. Income tab wise, 41 to 37 harvesters, so idra definitely coming out on top with that push. iNkA now does have 4 gateways up. Does have his +1 attack for ground weapons on the way, also taking his his third and fourth gas. No other tech in the main base of iNkA at this point in time. Do have iNkA just trying to get up some more defenses. Now putting up another cannon because he did lose that one cannon. Getting more pylons so to create as small as a wall as possible. Does not want to take any more pressure from idra at this time. idra's also working on this debris. Wants to try and get control of this iNkA tower. Couple of lings running around the map, poking around, trying to see everything they can. Couple of banelings not getting more. If we do have iNkA poking out just a little bit, is just going to, for now, be clearing out the rocks by his iNkA tower. Wants to have some forward vision on the map. Good choice by iNkA. Right away, going for chrono boosting out the +1 ground armor. I do like that choice by iNkA. It's going to make his gateway units a lot more effective against the zerglings of idra. idra, meanwhile, layer has completed, is now getting baneling speed. Does have +1 carapace and +1 melee attacks on the way. A lot of lings getting produced at this point in time. A lot of banelings, so it looks like idra might be gearing up to either do some kind of a defensive hold against iNkA should he do a gateway push. Going to just be clearing out these iNkA towers at this time. Do have a drone over here. Is indeed going to be taking his third, so does take his third now. So third base on the way for idra. No third base yet for iNkA. Just trying to get himself running off of these 2 bases. Adding a 5th gateway now. Blink on the way as well, as we do have a Twilight Council down in the main of iNkA, so he is going to be getting up Blink for his Stalkers. That Blink could actually be very good against the lings, can easily blink them around to try and avoid some of the damage by the lings. And now even a Spire on the way for idra. I don't know if he's going to be going Baneling Muta or what his exact plan is, but we do have a Spire on the way now for idra. That could just be to deal with Colossus later with maybe some Corruptors, so we'll have to see what idra decides to do. Great creep spread by idra, moving that creep forward on the map. Does now finally clear out iNkA tower so we can get control of it. Third was actually apparently canceled and restarted here. Not exactly sure why he did that, but we do have it about 25% done now. Over here we do see iNkA is gearing up to take his third as well, so both players just playing a more economically focused game at this point in time. Now an infestation pit on the way for idra. Over here in his natural. About halfway done, so it looks like he might be going for some kind of Ling, Baneling, and Fester play as the Spire is done, but no mutas are being made. So looking to see idra probably go Ling, Baneling, and Fester, maybe with some Corruptors if iNkA does get the Colossus out. +2 attack and +2 armor on the way for the ground forces of idra. It looks like iNkA is going to be moving out, however. Here comes iNkA towards the middle of the map. idra does have a rather large force near the middle of the map. It's going to be backing up on his creep. Does not want to engage the forces just yet. iNkA being very careful to hug the walls, does not want to get out in the open against those lings. Getting out in the open could definitely spell certain disaster for the forces of iNkA. And here comes idra. He is going to be pushing in. It's going to try and take out some of the sentries, but great force fields by iNkA is going to trap in his forces and trap away the forces of idra. idra's going to manage to just pick off one stalker, maybe a zealot. idra is trying to expand to his fourth right away, but iNkA is going to easily be able to clear this up. Third of idra is online. A bunch of his forces actually huddled up there. Down goes the fourth of idra. And they easily clean that up. Now moving down into the forces of idra. idra is spreading out, though. idra does have a very good surround, and force fields are just barely going to get down in time. But will he have enough force fields to hold off all these lings? More lings and banelings coming in as reinforcements. Going to be blowing out some of the stalkers. And now actually getting to the sentries. Might actually kill some of iNkA's sentries. If he can get iNkA's sentries, that'd be huge. Does manage to kill all the sentries now. Now it is just the stalkers of iNkA. Will be able to attack this third base. Will he be able to take it down before idra can get forces over here? More lings on the way for idra, trying to take out these stalkers before iNkA can take out his third. Third is just barely going to go down now, and now the stalkers try and blink away, but here comes the lings. The lings are just too fast for the stalkers. Stalkers, even with blink, can't do much against these speedlings. Speedlings are going to be trying to get all of these stalkers now. iNkA doing his best to try and blink micro against these lings. More stalkers falling down, more lings falling down. Here comes more reinforcements for idra, trying to clean up all these stalkers. Stalkers trying to retreat. Looks like he's going to sacrifice these bottom four stalkers to try and get the other stalkers away. Other stalkers running away. Those stalkers are now cleaned up. idra's forces running forward, trying to catch up these stalkers. A bunch of zealots and some reinforcements now joining the forces of iNkA over here near his third. Third is on the way now for iNkA. idra re-putting down his third at his fourth base's location. Also taking another base, just about to go up over here on the other side of the map. That base will go up, so idra will be able to transfer drones or produce drones for that very soon. If we look at the income tab really quick, guys, it is 55 to 59 harvesters. iNkA with a slight lead. If we look at the resources, though, 99 to 99, it is all even in the resource counter. This is an extremely close game, even with the pressure that idra has put on. Do have Colossus on the way now. Robotics support bay is down, is getting the thermal lance upgrade. Robotics bay down as well. We'll be producing those Colossus for iNkA. Do have a couple more gateways also added by a third to help choke it off. Drones are over there mining. If we do look over here, a couple of iNkA's forces pushing out just a little bit. That thermal lance is not done, remember. Does have one Colossus, a second Colossus on the way. Bunch of gateway units, a couple of sentries getting added to the mix. It looks like iNkA is actually going to get aggressive. It's going to be attacking the new third of idra, picking off an infestor that was actually huge by iNkA, getting that infestor before it can actually do anything. Another infestor on the way. These infestors do not have the pathogen gland upgrade, so they do not have enough energy. idra even getting supply block, losing a couple of misrallied overlords. Gonna probably even lose another one, but idra does have a couple more. Another infestor getting lost, so some wasted rallied units by idra at this point in time. Thermal lance is done now. First Colossus is here. Do have a second Colossus running its way down the map to join the army of iNkA. Here comes the infestors, and good fungal growth getting down on a bunch of the units of iNkA before he backs up. More fungal growth getting put down, weakening the shields and the hit points of the shields on those stalkers and zealotan sentries. Here comes a couple of links moving in. A couple of force fields go down. Here comes the infestors again. Fungal growth on all his units. Banelings getting in, blowing up all the units of once of iNkA. Oh my god, he has just lost this entire force in the blink of an eye. Only a couple of sentries remain. Zergling's running out to take out these sentries. Sentries are not even really force fielding. A couple of force fields go down, but iNkA is forced to GG, and idra has won the game in an absolutely dramatic fashion. Wow, what an excellently played game. Great surround by idra. Those fungal growths were absolutely huge. The Ling, Baneling, and Fester play of idra just proving to be too much for iNkA. iNkA trying to get a little bit aggressive, maybe too aggressive, and losing the game. This has been an absolute excellent game. I'm glad I could cast this game for you guys. Please do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be saying goodbye for now, guys. I will see you at the next cast.